Hi everyone, welcome to our new session today, which is I'm going to discuss about the latest prediction file, which is in October. Right, so if you are Melbourne PTE Study Center student or you are PTE Study Center students, you can be able to access to your PTE portal. Once you log into your account, so you click on PTE portal and click on PTE material. You can be able to see that there are the list of the prediction file, right? And you can be able to see on the screen, which is the latest one, October, okay? Right, so I'm just click on it and just to see what are the exam question at the moment, okay? And how we can be able to use the prediction file in terms of listening practice. Okay, so let's go through it. So if you scroll down, you can be able to see the index, and this is the list of the exam question as well as the topic. So our topic today focuses in listening. So I'll just click on the listening topic first. Right, first of all, let's start from summarize spoken text. So how to use summarize spoken text in the prediction file? Apparently, as you know, prediction files is the document that give you the solutions of the exam questions. Okay, so there's no practice question in here. Rather than you will receive the question as well as the sample answer. Okay, right now, how can it help you? Apparently, this prediction file will help for those students that who don't have time to practice, okay, and you have the exam coming soon, you don't have enough time to do the practice. So prediction file is something that we will suggest you to go through it before your exam. So at least you know what is happening in the current exam, okay? Second, it's also provide you the sample answer. So what you have to do, you just need to go through the question and you need to know how to write the answer, okay? So go through the sample answer. Now, summarize spoken text is a topic that you need to listen to the audio. And when you are listening, you need to take notes, right? So after the audio finish, you need to write a summary. So this is the transcript of the audio. Okay, you won't hear any audio in the prediction file. No, you will receive the transcript, right, of the audio, and you will receive the sample answer to show you that what are the main ideas and the keywords from the audio that you should include in your summary. Okay, so if you want to practice this question, or if you want to practice any of the question in here, I would suggest you to go to AIWA Plus. Okay, because this is the platform that where you spend time to practice. So once I log into AIWA, I'll click on listening, summarize spoken text. As you can see, there are the list of the exam question. So I'll just show you. So you need to listen to the audio, right? And when you are listening, you need to take notes. After that, you need to write a summary in the answer box. So at the end, you can see the report. Right, so you can be able to see that how computer marks your summary. Did you do well? Did you make any mistake? So you can be able to see content, form, grammar, vocabulary, spelling. Right, at the end, how many marks can you get from this question? 10 out of 10, how much time did you spend? They allow you only 10 minutes, but if you spend more than 10 minutes, apparently it doesn't stop you, okay? So when you practice on AIWA, if you spend more than 10 minutes, computer doesn't stop you, but in the exam, it does. So once your time is over, it will automatically move to the next question. Okay, so when you are practicing, if you think you use more than 10 minutes, you need to learn how to manage your time and finish before 10 minutes. All right, so, so that is how you practice on AIWA. So for example, what is the question in the prediction file? sound receptor. So I'll just click search. Okay, it doesn't show me. Let's try receptor. Okay, it doesn't show me either. What is this about? Let me see. Let's start with filter. Let's try exam question. I think it should be here. So receptor. I think it should be here, but I don't know why it doesn't show receptor. Interesting. Right, it doesn't have in AIWA. Okay, let me try this one, DNA and RNA. Yep. So they do have DNA and RNA biology. Okay, so you can practice this audio on AIWA, or you can just go through the transcript from the prediction file. Try to understand what the audio is about, and then read through the sample answer just to see what are the keywords and the main idea from the audio. Okay, so it's your choice. If you don't have time to practice, then you just need to go through the prediction file. But if you do have time, try to do it on AIWA. So let me try receptor again. No, it doesn't. Okay. Vitamin D, I think is there. I just saw it. So I have to cancel the filter. I think it should be fine. Yep, it's here. Okay, so vitamin D is here. What else? Let me try it again, receptor. It can be the name of something else. You have to relate it. Okay, we don't see the receptor in there, but we do see biology, a DNA, RNA, vitamin D. Okay, we can try the Big Bang Theory of Best Woman as well. If these audio and these questions available on AIWA, I would suggest you to practice from here. Okay, if not, then you just need to go through the transcript and see what are they talking about. Try to pay attention on the keyword. Okay, so that is how you prepare for your exam. The more question you go through, the better for you, because at least if you go through these questions, you know exactly what are they talking about, and you can be able to perform more confident in the exam. Okay, so that's the summarized spoken text. So some question they do have sample answer, some question don't have the sample answer. So in that case, you don't need the sample answer, but you need to know what the audio is about. Try to remember the keyword if you can. For example, climate change predictions. So that is the topic of the audio, right? So when you scan through the transcript, you need to know what are the keywords that you need to remember. First of all, they say how panic, the reality of global climate change, right? And they say the prediction of population bomb in the year. If you don't know the year, or if you cannot be able to remember the year, it's completely fine, okay? You can remember the prediction of population bomb was criticized, okay? And some of the prediction didn't come about. The world cannot afford to take risk. So climate scientists, they have wrong prediction. The major precipitation changes taking place on global scale. Okay, so these are the important information in this audio, okay? Right, so all you need to do, just go through the transcript, make sure you know what are the keywords and what is the topic of the audio. Right, now the next topic is fill the blank listening. Fill the blank listening is important for those aim for 65 and 79 plus. In terms of fill the blank, one thing that you need to know is make sure that you have correct spelling, okay? Correct answer plus correct spelling, okay? If your spelling is incorrect, what happened? You don't get marked for it, okay? So this is something you need to remember. Correct answer plus correct spelling. Okay, so in here again, they don't have any question for you to practice, rather than they give you the answer. So this is the paragraph, right? And this is the transcript, and some of the blank, they are the question that you need to fill in, right? So the first one is mysterious, right? So you need to know how to spell mysterious. Sources, which is plural, okay? Gaps, right? So these are the things that you need to remember, especially pay attention on plural and singular, okay? Tenses, which is like I mentioned, grammar, okay? Sometimes you may not be able to hear the for example ed sounds, okay? Sometimes they pronounce it, but you don't hear the ed sound. So in that case, you need to look at the paragraph and make sure that you know what tense do they use in the sentence and the paragraph. Okay, right. So just go through it and remember the spelling, because some of the words spelling can be tricky. Okay, for example, traveling. Some students spell traveling. All right, so which one is correct? Well, apparently both are correct, but one is the American English spelling and the other one is a British English spelling, okay? So I want you to know which spelling do you follow? Do you follow British spelling or you follow American spelling? Because if we mix up the spelling, it will impact on your writing score. Okay, so first of all, you need to find out, okay, traveling or traveling. They will explain to you which one is American and which one is the British spelling. Okay, so traveling with one L is a preferred spelling in the US, which is American spelling. And for double L, I would say British spelling. Okay, so it's up to you. Like I mentioned, you need to make sure that which English that you learn and which spelling that you follow. Okay, right, so all you need to do, just go through it, right? So number 3 is plural. Okay, now how can I guess it's a plural or singular? So you can have a look from the brain instructs the between different modes. Okay, so normally if they use article, okay, a, and, or the, you can be able to know that the answer can be singular. Okay, but if they don't use any article, that means the answer likely to be plural. Okay, or sometimes it can give you the signal in the paragraph as well. They may give you the hint in the paragraph. So let's have a look at it. Patterns generator, this produce signals that drive muscle, okay, depending on poses. So look like the patterns and the thing signals. So it's look like a blue rose for me. Right, so the next one, you can see that oceanographer, right? So this is the spelling can be, you know, quite complicated spelling. So I need you to pay attention on it. Just go through all of the questions, okay, and try to remember the spelling. Right, for example, why this one is plural? Can you guess? If you scan through the paragraph, it will give you the hint about the answer as well. Okay, swan, see that? Okay. Right, now in terms of listening fill in the blank, you can practice on AIWA. So what you can do, click on fill in the blank, click on the topic, William Shakespeare. Yep, look like this one, William Shakespeare. So have a look at this. Remain, here you go. Yep, so that's pretty much the same paragraph in here and the same question. Okay, you can listen to the audio and practice. Okay, if you have wrong answer, then try to remember the spelling. So you see here, if all of them correct, that's good. If one of them incorrect, just, you know, try to remember your mistake. Okay, so this topic will give you mark for listening and writing, and that's the reason why it's important. So one thing you need to do is you need to go through all of the questions before your exam. Okay, in the prediction 5, you have to go through all of the questions before your exam. Right, now next one, write from dictation. So for write from dictation in the prediction file, I still need you guys to go through all of, like every single sentences. Why? Because write from dictation, again, the most important for write from dictation is spelling. Okay, if you have wrong spelling, okay, then you will know that you will lose mark for it. Okay, so that is one thing we need to be careful for write from dictation. As well as it's not only spelling, but it's also including the sequence as well. In terms of sequence, for example, if you guys missing out one of the words in the middle of the paragraph, you won't get mark for that word definitely, but you also lose mark for sequence. Okay, so in terms of sequence, this will impact on your listening. So that's the reason why for write from dictation, it's required perfection. So that means that you need to make sure that every single word, it needs to be correct spelling and correct sequence. Okay, so how to improve write from dictation? The one thing I can suggest you guys is memorize them. Memorize them in the way that you don't need to make sure that every single word, but rather than just read through the sentence. Okay, pay attention on a difficult word, difficult spell word, like controversy, right? Celebrated. Architectural, okay, spelling can, so some of the word, the spelling can be a bit tricky, so you need to know. Second, comma, punctuation. So punctuation is important because if you don't put the comma, you lose 1 mark, remember. Okay, so all industry need to be plural. If you put singular, you don't get mark for it, okay? So that's the reason why write from dictation you know, is important because computer mark every single word. It needs to be correct spelling and correct sequence. In that case, you need to make sure that you have all of them, they are correct. Then you can be able to get good score, okay? Right, for example, possessions, okay? Some of the word can be difficult: sustainable development, unavoidable responsibility, counterparts, right? So for example, phenomenon, okay? So the word that can be, confused in terms of spelling. So you need to make sure that you have the confidence in it. What else? Capital letter, right? Some of you don't know when you need to put capital letter. So you need to go through this question and make sure that you remember when you need to put capital letter. Okay, for example, let's have a look if they do have it. So this sentence is difficult because it's quite long sentences. See that? Okay, you need to be careful when they give you a long sentences. Okay, the longer of the sentence, the more mark is given to your listening and writing. Remember that, okay? Because computer mark based on each and every single word. So that's why it's contribute more mark for you if it's a long sentence. Right, see here, Thursday, capital letter, right? No one gonna remind you about this one. You need to know, you need to remember. For example, yeah, Sunday. Okay. If you scroll down, do you see the ancient Greece, this one? Okay, so capital letter, proper nouns, days, months. Okay, I need you to remember this one. And before your exam, you need to go through all of them. See entrepreneurialism, entrepreneurialism. Okay, so this is the difficult word, difficult spell word, so you need to remember. Right, so what you have to do, go through all of them before your exam. How to practice in here? Again, the same thing. You can search for the sentence. Let me try copy here and paste if it's work. Go to write from dictation. Rather than, so let me fix it something. So this one is a bit similar, slightly different, but it's similar, I would say. Okay, so let's listen and see how it's going.
A celebrated theory is still the source of great controversy.
Okay, so everything pretty much the same. The only thing different is okay, so you need to be careful because you need to write down exactly as you listen. Okay, you need to write out exactly as what the speaker say. So if the speaker say then you need to write down okay. You cannot, okay, because I remember in the write from dictation you say the, then I write down the. No, you need to write down exactly as what the speaker say. All right, so in that case, if I just copy the sentence, right, I'll change the word the and a, right, and then a full stop. See how the computer mark. All right, so as I have mentioned, the longer of the sentence, the more marks you get. So it's marked based on how many words you have in one sentence, right? If you have all of them correct, right, which is sequence. Okay, so that will give you good score for listening and writing. Okay, if it's a wrong sequence, then you will lose mark for it. Right, so that's how you practice and that's how you use a prediction file. Okay, so I hope this video helped you to know how to use the prediction file in terms of practice your listening section and using the AIWA at the same time. If you guys have any questions, please let us know through Telegram or send us a message through our Facebook page as Melbourne PTE Study Center. Bye from now.